Hello, I wanted to make this video going over my business this year so far, mainly January and February. So, this is more for me really than it is for you, but I thought it might be interesting just to talk about my sales, what I'm doing, what I'm trying, overall, how my business is doing this year. So let's just jump into it. Going into why I think that I'm doing better this year than I was last year. So I think the biggest contributing factor is two things actually. First of all, January I got laid off. I decided to go full time in my business. I've been doing this part time as a side gig for quite a while. So I think that's a contributing factor, as well as I've been networking a lot more with people, and that's brought in a lot more business. So I think that's another big key factor that contributed to more income. All right, now I want to talk about what I've done, what I've tried, I should say, in my business, and kind of what's working for me and what's not working for me. And maybe this might be useful for other people. So, cold calling. I was trying cold calling for a little bit, as well as like cold email. I've been trying that on and off for a while. Cold calling, it kind of worked, honestly. Like I don't enjoy it at all, but I've gotten one lead off of it out of 11 people. I called 11 companies and I got one lead, and we have a meeting next week, and today's the 23rd of March 2024. So it's can be beneficial. I think any marketing, right? Any kind of marketing can be beneficial, but you have to take into account it took me an hour to call 11 people, and I got one lead from that. And that lead might not turn into a client. So if I'm doing that, every day, 5 times a week, there's, 5 hours a week going to just calling, when I could be using that time to create a better process for getting leads, for getting better at getting reviews from people, so I can get word of mouth easier. So I don't necessarily think, for me, while it did possibly bring in somebody, and again I won't know until next week, it's really tough to say for sure if that's worth my time. I'd rather use that time for something better, I would say, in my personal experience, I guess, for my personal use. I don't think it's worth. The other thing I do is cold emailing. Same thing with there. That's actually how I started my company. Like, I would do cold emailing and I would get clients that way, and that was really good. I mean, it brought in, it started my business, but again, it's not worth my time, just because it's I'll say this. It's not worth my time if I'm just trying to get clients that way. There's better ways for cold email, I believe. If you have a SaaS software, I think that's a good cold emailing would be good. Or if you create a game and you want people to play it, like big Twitch streamers and stuff, I think that's a good way to do it. There's other good opportunities, I think, for cold emailing, but when it comes to just cold outreach, very, very, very difficult, because you have to, first of all, spam. I mean, I get crap ton of spam. I'm sure you get a crap ton of spam. So you have to, competition there with all the spam that everybody else gets. You have to catch their attention, and they have to be in the need like of what you're offering. So it's kind of like a crapshoot, really. It's like finding like what's the saying? A needle in a haystack. It's it's difficult. Um, you have to be lucky when you're doing that kind of thing. Cold outreach of any kind, calling or email. So that's something I tried, um, and I think I'll tweak it for a better purpose. Um, I use something called GMass, which I might have an affiliate link in the description, that I use for cold email, and it's a great. I think it's great, honestly. I'm gonna shout out like a software or something I use that if it's actually helpful. So yeah, I have the affiliate link in the description if you're interested in giving it a shot. 7-day free trial. Okay, I'm done. But yeah. So when it comes to cold outreach, it's very difficult. Some things I am doing that is helpful. Networking is a big one. If you can find a good networking event that has a good community behind it, like the one I'm talking to is Chamber of Commerce for my city. I have yet to go, so I'm going to go there, see how the community is. From who I talked to, she said they focus on community and events, and those are the two things I really care about. Um, because it doesn't matter, like, don't go into to a networking event expecting to get clients, because a lot of times they're there looking for the same thing you're looking for, right? So, but what you should expect is connections, because they might not need something, but they might know somebody that does need your service. So it's all about really who you know anywhere in this world, whether you're working corporate or if you have your own business. So the more people you know, the better. And if you can build a really good, like, it doesn't have to be a large circle. If you just build a circle of people, clients, and other business owners that, support you and, want to help you. And it's not a one-way street. So make sure you also give that same love back, right? You don't want to just use these people for clients or use your clients for money. You want to also, support your business owners. Give back if you can in some way, whether it's just sharing what you know or, helping financially. Maybe if you know somebody that offers a service that you need, or somebody that offers a service and you might not need it, but somebody that does, referring them and helping your clients if they have questions, even if, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm sure people will not, this is a hot take in my opinion, but even if your client has a question, and it's going to take you 5 minutes to answer it or something, don't charge that. That's stupid, in my opinion, because yeah, it's your time, but it's 5 minutes. That 5 minutes of your time that you're using to answer that question could really help them out, and maybe that will bring you a new client. I think it's important, to give a little bit of time. It can really help you in the long run. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about, this video was originally for me, but I'm kind of just sharing it with, I'm kind of just talking about things that can help others, hopefully. Okay, the last thing is I want to talk about what I plan for the future. Not too far in the future, but just what I plan on testing for my business, what I plan on doing, and kind of where I'm going from here. So, one big thing is that I should niche my business. And this is something I used to preach about, and I still do, even though I don't necessarily do it as well as I should. And a lot of that's because I overthink it, honestly. Is niching, because I'm always like, if I niche my business, I won't get all the clients that I could get if I didn't niche, which stupid thought, because you want to really niche. One, it's easier to market. Two, you can make a lot more money. Because if you have a niche that you're working in, you're working essentially in a specialty, right? So you're able to charge a higher rate for that niche that you're in. And also, if you eventually want to market yourself like through Google Ads or through some kind of ad platform, then you have a easier target when you're marketing than if you were to do a broad market. So niching myself, pricing better. Right now my prices are not bad. I've actually raised them since last year, but I need to really work on making sure that they're where I need to be. And third, I think it's probably the last thing I'll talk about because I'm almost 20 minutes, but is networking, like I was talking about earlier. Finding a good community that I enjoy being in and that I feel like it's beneficial to me and I can add value to, like I was saying earlier. And I think that's hopefully Chamber of Commerce. We're going to see, and I hope to update everyone on that in 2 months from now. My plan is to upload a video like this every 2 months with other videos in between. I guess the last thing that I want to talk about is YouTube. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, like just post more. Motivation for me is come and go. So I want to stick with Facebook. I want to stick with YouTube, and just see how I can kind of grow my brand here. So that's my plan. So yeah, stick around. That's it. And if you want to follow me, subscribe. Hope to talk to you soon. Goodbye.